Just when the world thought it had seen peak desktop performance in a small form factor, Apple introduced something that makes us all rethink what a mini computer can actually do. The M5 Mac Mini isn't just a regular upgrade, it's a turning point. This little machine is setting a new standard not just for Apple fans, but for the entire tech industry. It's bold, it's efficient, and it's built with one goal in mind: to offer unmatched power in the most compact and silent package possible. Let's break down why this release might just be the most important desktop update of the year, or even the decade. From modest to mighty, the Mac Mini evolution, the journey of the Mac Mini, is one of the most underrated success stories in Apple's history. When it first launched, it was a quiet, budget-friendly entry into the Mac ecosystem. Small, modest, basic. But then came Apple Silicon. The M1 chip changed everything overnight. The Mac Mini wasn't just for students or light users anymore. It was suddenly powerful enough to compete with larger, noisier desktops. It had the speed, it had the efficiency, and it had the brains. Then came the M2, then the M4, and now we have the M5, the true evolution of everything Apple's been working toward. And it's a machine that demands to be taken seriously by everyone from video editors and app developers to music producers and 3D artists. The M5 chip, smarter, faster, and actually more intelligent. At the center of this revolution is the M5 chip. It's not just about raw speed, although it's fast. It's about smart performance. Apple's putting a lot of focus into what they call predictive workload management. What that means is the M5 can learn. It can actually understand how you use your apps and optimize itself around your habits. So, if you're always opening Final Cut first thing in the morning, it'll be ready. If you're juggling tabs, emails, music editing, and rendering, it'll learn to allocate resources in real time, without you needing to worry about lag. This chip is more than just numbers. It's about how it feels to use the machine. Opening apps is instant. Exporting projects takes seconds. And background tasks like syncing files or backing up happen so smoothly you don't even notice them anymore. And with a dedicated neural engine built into the chip, AI tasks become incredibly fast and efficient. Whether you're using machine learning for development or working with AI-powered features in Mac OS, the M5 handles it all without breaking a sweat. M5 Pro variant, a true workstation hidden in plain sight. But Apple didn't stop there. They know that some users push their systems harder. Developers, animators, architects, scientists, musicians, these people need more. So, Apple is likely introducing an M5 Pro version, and it's shaping up to be an absolute beast. We're talking about a possible 12-core CPU, and up to a 20 GPU that puts it in the same performance zone as some of Apple's higher-end Mac Studio configurations. Need to run 3 virtual machines at once? No problem. Need to render a 3D scene in Blender while streaming and editing? Done. This version is for those who want a workstation without the bulk, the fan noise, or the desk space. Apple is blurring the line between high-end and compact, and it's doing it with confidence. Graphics upgrade, a giant leap forward for creators. The GPU improvements in the M5 lineup are another game changer. Let's start with the base model. It's expected to come with a 12-core GPU up from 10 cores on the M4, and that small bump actually means a lot. If you're a designer working in Adobe After Effects, or a video editor using DaVinci Resolve, you know how vital GPU power is. Rendering, playback, exporting, these tasks live or die by your graphics engine. The M5 will handle these with ease. That if you go with the M5 Pro, that's where things get wild. With a potential 20-core GPU, it starts to challenge even mid-discrete graphics cards. For a machine this small to deliver that kind of performance, well, it's kind of insane. This opens up new doors for gaming, AR and VR development, visual effects, and more. The Mac Mini isn't just for lightweight work anymore. It's a true creative workstation. Unified memory architecture, Apple's secret sauce. One of Apple's greatest advantages over traditional PC setups is its unified memory. Unlike the usual split between RAM and VRAM, Apple uses a shared pool of memory that everything CPU, GPU, and neural engines can access. This sounds technical, but the result is simple. Everything just runs better. On the M5 Mac Mini, memory starts at 16 GB for the base model. That's more than enough for multitasking, coding, or casual editing. But the Pro version, that's where things start to push boundaries. Apple is rumored to offer up to 64 GB of unified memory. For a Mac Mini, that's workstation-class power in a device that fits in one hand. This means you can open massive projects, stream multiple video timelines, run high-resolution previews, and switch between apps instantly with zero hiccups. It's fast, it's stable, and it's built for serious work. Storage, more space, more speed. One of the most requested upgrades over the years has finally arrived. The M5 Mac Mini is expected to ditch the old 256 GB SSD as a starting point, finally. Instead, the new base model will likely start at 512 GB. That's a welcome move, but it's not just about space. The storage drives are also getting faster. Apple is rumored to be using new SSDs with better cache handling and higher read-write speeds. What does that mean for you? faster project loading, quicker app launches, less waiting when transferring huge files. It all adds up. And if you're someone who works with 4K or 8000 footage, or if you're juggling hundreds of gigabytes of raw data, don't worry. The M5 Mac Mini Pro might go all the way up to 4 terabytes of internal SSD storage. No need to rely on external drives anymore. Connectivity. Creators, rejoice. Let's talk ports. Yes, ports matter. Especially to professionals. Apple understands this. That's why the M5 Mac Mini is expected to come loaded with multiple Thunderbolt 4 ports. USB-C and USB are options, HDMI for external displays, and possibly even 10 gigabit Ethernet for high-speed networking. And the big rumor, Thunderbolt 5. If that's true, it could change everything. Thunderbolt 5 will allow next-gen external storage devices, ultra-fast eGPU setups, and support for up to 8,000 displays at high refresh rates. For creators and coders, this is huge. The Mac Mini becomes not just a standalone powerhouse but the hub of your entire creative or development setup.